Hi everyone, and welcome to Phibble 4 Music News Show. It's January 10th and I'm your host Katie Boyer. Today we are starting with Comcast to cooperate in FCC probe. Now there's been some consumer groups that have concern about the way it manages some internet traffic on its network, though Comcast has come out and said it does not interfere with file sharing services. Now the FCC Commissioner Chairman Kevin Martin said on Tuesday that the agency would investigate claims by consumer groups that the cable operator Comcast has blocked file sharing services such as BitTorrent. Now in response to that, David Cohen, a Comcast executive vice president, has come out in a statement on Wednesday that said Comcast has not and will not block any websites or online applications, including peer-to-peer services. So I will let you know what the FCC finds out regarding Comcast. Next up, the UK and the CD copying law that may change. Now the UK is the only place over in Europe that you cannot make a copy of your own CD for personal use. Like let's say you wanted to make a copy of a CD so you could have one in your car. Or maybe you want to make a copy of a CD to put on an MP3 player. Well, that is not allowed in the UK. But soon it may be. Though they are still going to say it's illegal to make multiple copies or to sell your CD afterwards or to put that music up on the internet. Now this is open for comment until April 8th. And staying in the UK, we are looking at iTunes dropping its prices in the UK. Now Apple is said to cut prices within 6 months. Now Commission spokesman Jonathan Todd said on Wednesday that this is the direct result of talks that have taken place between Steve Jobs and European Competition Commissioner Nellie Kroes. Now the British consumers have been pretty angry at iTunes because they pay up to 10% more for iTunes content than other people over in Europe. But Steve Jobs has come out and said this is because Apple has to pay some record companies more for content in Britain and warned it would reconsider its continuing relationship with labels that do not lower wholesale prices in Britain to the pan-European level within 6 months. So we'll have to see when that goes in effect, and I don't know. Let me know if you see the price change, but 6 months is kind of far out, so we'll see. Last but not least, EMI says Coldplay is not leaving. The other day there was rumblings across the Atlantic that maybe Coldplay would be leaving EMI after its last studio album. But the Daily Star has now apologized for printing a misleading story that Coldplay would be leaving EMI. And the NME has a story quoting an EMI source who says, in reality, Coldplay are signed to a long-term record deal with EMI and are committed to produce a number of studio albums. He goes on to say the band's relationship with EMI is both long-term and very healthy and positive, and suggestion to the contrary is incorrect and unfair on both parties. Now you may remember a couple years ago, Coldplay's frontman Chris Martin had said, "I don't really care about EMI. I'm not really concerned about that. I think shareholders are the greatest evil of this modern world." Now he had said this in response to their last album X and Y that was delayed a couple months, which caused EMI stock to go down a little bit. Well, that's it for today, and I am out of here. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye.